Well, hello everyone, this is Dave Strong from the Schmidt Music Saxophone Shop, and welcome back to our series on modes and how to use them in improvisation. And part 2 here is going to be on the Mixolydian mode. So let's get started. So like before, there's 2 ways to think about the Mixolydian mode, and it's got a big fancy name for something that's actually really pretty simple. But you can think of the Mixolydian mode as if you're thinking a C major scale and you start on the 5th degree, so C, D, E, F, G, but use the same notes. So normally in a C major scale, it's C, D, E, F, G, A, B, and back to C. This would be if you started on G, so G, A, B, C, D, E, F, and then back to G. And so what that does, if you think of a normal G major scale, that's going to be G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, and G. So what we're doing is we're taking the F sharp and we're making it an F. And that's the Mixolydian scale. So even easier, if you remember the Dorian, we were taking the 3rd degree and the 7th degree and popping those each down a half step. Well, with the Mixolydian, we're just doing that to the 7th. So if I want to play a C Mixolydian, I want to lower the 7th degree, which in C is C, D, E, F, G, A, B. So the B becomes a B flat, and we have the C Mixolydian scale. So the Mixolydian scale can be used over any of your dominant 7th chords. So that's going to be if you see on a chord change that says like C7 or D7 or F sharp 7, it's going to work for those. It wouldn't be for like the minor 7s. That again is going to be the Dorian mode. So yeah, it is one tool we can use. Anytime you see that any of those dominant 7 chords, you can use your Mixolydian scale. And then one little bonus tip on that, I like to add the regular 7 back into that scale. So we'll have the flat 7 and we'll have the natural 7. So again, in C, you'd have both the B flat and the B, and that gives you what's called your dominant bebop scale. And that's used a lot in jazz tunes. You can hear that scale used a lot. So yeah, you can see a lot of jazz players using that dominant bebop scale as well. One thing I would suggest is that natural 7, the non-flatted 7. I wouldn't hang on that too much. It works a little better as a passing tone if it's over a 7 chord, but you can do a lot of really cool stuff with it. So yeah, that is the Mixolydian scale. It's pretty simple. It's really just a major scale with that flat 7, but it's one of the really good building blocks to moving towards improvising over songs with more complex chord changes. In the next video, we're going to do a 3rd mode called the Lydian mode. And it's a really interesting one. It's one of my favorite ones to do patterns over and stuff. And then the video after that, we're going to talk about kind of putting that all together and how to apply that in jazz solo. But otherwise, we'll see you in the next one. Thanks as always for watching. If you have any questions, reach out to me in the comments below or at saxshop@schmidtmusic.com. Otherwise, we'll see you in the next one. Thank you.